Hello friends, this is Akash Misar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. From previous three lectures we are moving with engineering mechanics, and in case of GATE exam you will not have very straightforward questions which is depends on engineering mechanics. Only one or two questions maybe probably you will get directly straightforward from engineering mechanics, but the engineering mechanics all the concepts are basic for SOM and TOM. Okay, so that's why engineering mechanics will be important for our all the other subjects like SOM and TOM. That's why we should learn all the basic concepts properly in case of engineering mechanics. So up till now we have completed number of concepts, and now we will move with friction, the concept of friction. So friction is have two types, that is nothing but static friction and kinetic friction. How the friction is, what exactly the friction is? Friction is nothing but if we are applying the force for any body, then ultimately at the surface there is the body which is in contact with ground. So at that place there will be one opposing force will develop, and that is nothing but frictional force. So that will have static and kinetic. What is static? If there is body which is at rest, in that case whatever force we are applying, so the static force, okay, the static force of friction will be here, and that is going to oppose that force, that is nothing but static frictional force, okay, or static friction. And that static friction will vary according to our force of application from 0 less than or equal to Fs less than or equal to F max, okay, and which will be equal to mu s into n. N is nothing but normal reaction, okay, normal reaction. You may know that is nothing but force, weight force is mg, and normal reaction opposite to that mg, okay, so that is nothing but n. So mu s into n, this will be maximum force of static friction, okay. So and this is nothing but coefficient of static friction. Coefficient of static friction into normal reaction will give us the maximum force of static friction, and the static frictional force will vary according to from 0 to F max depending on what kind of force we are applying, okay. And if this force will exceed the value of F max, then only the body will be in motion, or up till now that body will not have any motion. If this F will greater than F max, then body will have motion, and if F is less than or equal to F max, then body will be at rest, okay. This is the condition for all the static friction concept. There that maximum force will equal to Fs into n, mu s into n, and mu s is nothing but coefficient of static friction. And next is kinetic friction, means if there is body in motion, then the friction will occur, that is nothing but kinetic friction. And what is kinetic friction? Okay, that kinetic frictional force will again directly proportional to n, so that Fk will equal to mu k into n, and this is nothing but coefficient of kinetic friction, okay. Mu k is nothing but coefficient of kinetic friction, coefficient of kinetic friction. So kinetic frictional force will equal to coefficient of kinetic friction into normal reaction. This is nothing but kinetic friction, and the kinetic frictional force will always be less than static frictional force, okay. This is basic, very basic concept. And again, what's the reason behind that? That is nothing but mu k, that is nothing but coefficient of kinetic friction will always be less than coefficient of static friction, okay. So note down this and these all the concepts. These all the concepts are too much important for our GATE also, for your concept clearation also. And if you are going through our degree also, then also these all the concepts are too much important. So note down this all the concepts. Then we will move towards one another point regarding friction itself, that is nothing but limiting friction. Limiting friction means it is nothing but the maximum friction, okay. And as you know, maximum friction is nothing but static friction. And why? Because the static coefficient of friction is larger as compared to kinetic coefficient of friction. So the limiting friction, that is nothing but maximum static friction, maximum static friction. Okay, so that's why F limiting is equal to F max, which is equal to mu s into n, that is coefficient of static friction into normal reaction. This is nothing but F max, and F max equal to limiting friction. Okay, limiting friction is nothing but maximum value of frictional force, and that maximum value of frictional force will be nothing but maximum static friction. Okay, so note down this. This is also too much important concept for us. Then we will move with next, and that is nothing but angle of friction. Okay, next concept is nothing but angle of friction. As there will be frictional force, so that will act on some angle. So that is nothing but tan theta equal to mu. Okay, and that mu will equal to F limiting upon n, and that mu will be obviously, if we are taking limiting force, then this mu will be mu s, that is nothing but coefficient of static friction. Okay, so tan theta equal to mu, which is equal to F limiting upon n, and that mu will be obviously mu s, that is static coefficient of friction, and this is nothing but angle of friction. So note down this formula also. This formula is too much important for our study purpose. Then next concept is, that is nothing but angle of repose. Okay, what is angle of repose? If there is any plane which is at angle theta, and we have one body placed on this plane. Okay, so the minimum angle theta, if this plane we are going to turn with that angle theta, at that angle, this body will be just starting to slide. Okay, what is the angle of repose? That is nothing but theta. Okay, and that theta, that is nothing but angle with horizontal, angle of plane with horizontal, and if that angle we have given to the plane, then the body will be just into position to start to slide on this plane. That is nothing but angle of repose. Okay, so there is one body which is at rest, and that plane we have tilted with angle theta, and that angle theta is nothing but angle of repose. And because of tilting that plane with angle theta, what happened? That body is just started to slide on that plane. That is nothing but angle of repose. That is nothing but minimum angle of that tilt of that plane. Okay, so this is all about angle of repose. Then we will move with applications of force. Application of friction force. Okay, application of friction. In number of cases the friction is desirable, in number of cases the friction is undesirable also. Likewise, in case of clutch, we are using friction for power transmission. Then next is in case of brake. In case of brake also the friction is desirable, because with the help of friction itself we are converting kinetic energy into heat energy, and that motion of vehicle will be decreased. That is nothing but one very great example of applications of friction. That is nothing but clutch, brake. Then next is rolling. Okay, then next is belt and pulley. If there is no friction between belt and pulley, then ultimately the relative motion will occur between belt and pulley, and the power will not be transferred from belt to pulley. Okay, so that's why the friction is desirable in case of belt and pulley also. Then next is screw jack. In case of screw jack, what happens? We will apply force while up movement of that screw jack, and we will stop that applying the force at our for example, we need to change the vehicle tire. So ultimately we will raise that tire from ground level and we will stop to give the motion to that screw jack. But after that what happens, because of friction only, that screw jack will not come down. Okay, that reverse action is prevented because of friction only, the friction between the tooth of the that inner nut and that assembly which is under this. Okay, and that is because of friction only we are able to have this action. Okay, so this is nothing but action of screw jack, that is also desirable frictional case. Friction is desirable in that case also. Then there is, in case of vehicles, if vehicle is moving on a road, then if there is no friction between tire and road surface, then ultimately what will happen, skidding will happen. We will not be in a phase to move from one place to another place, because tire will going to roll on one on the same place itself. Okay, so because of that the friction is desirable in case of vehicles also, for motion of that vehicles. So these are number of applications of friction, desirable applications of friction. In some cases there is friction is undesirable. Likewise, if there is bearing, okay, so if there is friction between the bearing components, then what happen, the power will lost to overcome the friction. So in that case the friction is undesirable also. So for such a cases we will be in a phase to minimize that friction, and if friction is desirable, then we will increase the friction force. Okay, so these are some desirable conditions of friction and undesirable conditions of friction. Now we will move with bonus point. Okay, bonus point for today's lectures. As we have taken into consideration application of friction, that is nothing but belt pulley assembly. How it will be? This will be one pulley, for example, this will be another pulley. Okay, and the belt will be here likewise. So this is belt, this is one pulley, this is another pulley, and power going to transmit from here. So for belt and pulley, we will only consider this pulley. Okay, we are not considering that small pulley, we are only considering this pulley. So what happen here, the T1 will be there, that is tension in this side, and tension in another side, that is T2. So ultimately the formula is there, that is nothing but ln of, that is natural log of T2 by T1, which is mu beta. Okay, and what is mu and what is beta? Mu is nothing but coefficient of friction, and the another case, if we will do one thing, that is nothing but T2 by T1 equal to e raised to mu beta. What we have what we have done here, we have shifted this ln, and ultimately we will get here e raised to. Okay, means e raised to ln of T2 by T1, we will get the value, that is T2 by T1, and here e raised to mu beta as it is. So what we have done, this value also e raised to, and this value also e raised to, so we will get this equation. So ultimately from this equation we will get, that is T2 equal to T1 into e raised to mu beta. Okay, so this is the tension in one side, this is tension in another side, this is e raised to mu, and mu that is nothing but beta. So mu is nothing but coefficient of friction, and beta is nothing but angle of belt to surface contact. Okay, here from this point to this point there is angle which is in contact, that belt which is in contact with pulley. So the angle from this point to this point, okay, this is angle, that is nothing but beta. Okay, that angle is nothing but beta, or we can say angle of wrap of that belt. Okay, in another word we can say that is nothing but angle of wrap of the belt on the pulley, that is nothing but angle beta, and that will be always in radians. Okay, for this formula, that beta value we should take in radians, not in degrees. Okay, so that is you should remember. And what's the value of E? 2.718. Okay, this is the value of E. So note down this formula. These formulas are too much important. The E value is also important. So note down, this is all the concept. This concept is too much important for us. So this is all about what I have designed for today's lecture. and in next lecture I will come up with the kinematics of particle. Okay, so up till now you can watch my other videos. I have designed separate playlists for all the separate subjects, so go there and watch all other videos, and if you are enjoyed my sessions, then please like, share and subscribe. So we will meet again. Thank you friends.